welcome to Melon and the Manga. I am Sheena, she the geek, and this is my big unhaul. So I just got done with my 30 and 30 for April, and these are a lot of these books I've read for that challenge, and I was like, oh, love it that I got to read them and see if I really liked them, and a lot of them I did not like. And then I just went through my shelves and said, you know what, let's just start purging, getting rid of everything that we don't want anymore, and we could just do it all in one go. So, and I absolutely love watching unhauls and knowing why people are getting rid of books, so I was like, fuck it, why not make one? So yeah, here we go. Alright, first up, he craves to be teased by his favorite ASMR streamer. This one was cute, but it wasn't like had me like falling in love or anything. So he listens to this streamer and he's like in love with his voice, and he uses his voice to get off, and he actually meets him in person. They actually find out who each other are, and then they start messing around with each other. So that's basically what goes on. It's really cool, but like I said, I don't see myself carrying on with the story. Then we have Monsters and Ghosts. Beautiful. Look at this cover. Look at this fucking beautiful ass cover. I thought I was gonna eat. I was so confused. And I do not need help, okay? I do not need help being confused. I do that very well on my own, thank you. But I need a story, beginning, middle, end, okay? I need it to make sense. I need to not be guessing what the fuck just happened. I literally had to go and look on Goodreads or something to try to figure out what the fuck was going on. No thank you, okay? Then we have How to Deal with Your Intimidating Neighbor. That's actually an Omega. This one wasn't bad, but I don't see myself carrying on with this. I'm really trying to like break up with these Omega ones. So he's cool, like his neighbor, then he ends up going in heat, and they don't really know each other at all, and it's like basically after they end up sleeping together and going through their heat together, they're just trying to figure out if there's something there. So yeah. Then I'm Here Beside You. This was a pretty cool spin on a BL. This dude was in love with this guy, and he's given like a second chance to go back in time to try to make it work, but something else happens, and I just couldn't stand that he was whining all the fucking time. I couldn't. I was like, fuck, every time he opened up his mouth, I was like, that's all I remember looking at this is his little whiny ass. So no thank you. Then his little Amber. Didn't like this because I'm not with the tropes that like you raise a kid and then you end up with the kid. Like, no thank you. I did not understand why the writer felt the need to write it like that when they did not have to. Like, you could have went about it 10 other ways, but no thank you. That's too close to grooming. I am okay on that. Perfect Addiction. Barely can remember the story, so yeah, I won't be sad if it goes. I know that this guy is like a playboy. He's like, don't think that his shit stinks, and then this dude can get with anybody basically. Like, he gets all the attention without even trying, so that draws that dude's attention, and then he becomes obsessed with him. So then they end up seeing each other. Like I said, it wasn't. I don't even remember what really happens between these two. Just I know he just becomes obsessed with them and follows him and starts to get to know him, and he's like, no. So yeah, I'm good. Then we have Sweet Room Escape. This one was pretty good. This guy, he travels for work, and he sleeps with all types of guys. Like, he doesn't like to be tied down or anything. Then he ends up meeting like the dude of his dreams, and he's like, no, I'm just gonna fuck him and leave him, but he ends up, and the guy's like, I don't think so. It's pretty good. I just don't like love it, like, oh my god, yes, I have to keep it. So hopefully, the next person that has it, they absolutely love it. So yeah. Then my camera over just a little. Alright, then we have Sex Drive 1 and Sex Drive number 2. Oops. yeah, these are very basic, just a fucking, basically. Like, I needed more story, and you know, look how thin these are. But yeah, if you watch my 30 for 30, you would see why I'm not okay with them. So these are Omega Verses too, so, but just done poorly. Just another one of showing just something basic, you know, just them sleeping together. The Stranger and the Hoarding House, this was really good. Very simple. This guy is depressed, and he doesn't come out of his house and everything, and then his neighbor ends up coming over and helping him like clean up his house and like get him to, you know, be better. And within that time that they fall in love with each other. Very cute, very simple, and I hope the next person likes this. I just don't feel the need to keep this. Like Tokyo Paul's books are like that. Like, I'm okay if I ever wanted to read it again, it's online. So next is Comic Party Wonder Love 1 and 2. The first one I was like really fucking confused. They're both BL writers. They both like admire each other, and then they figure out who is who, and then they end up you know, like helping each other out, and then somehow it's like fake dating, and I love that shit, but I just don't like the way this is another story that was very confusing until like damn near the end of the book, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. So, and then the second book is like them trying to, you know, figure out how to be together because they've never like really been in a relationship and stuff like that. So this is another one that's online. I saw the third one on Hoopla, so yeah, I'm okay not owning them. All right. I want to be my dress up lover. Now, this had the potential to be good, but it didn't. So this dude right here that likes to dress up, he has like an office job. He's a manager, and he like sucks at his fucking job. And this dude works with him, and he's like kind of shitty to him because he's tired of doing his job and back, you know, like cleaning up his messes and shit. But on his days off, he goes and works at this bar, and he gets to dress up like this, and he loves it. Like, and he's able to be himself. And then homeboy ends up at the bar that he works at, and then finds out what he does, and like basically blackmails him into being with him. And he's like, oh, you know, you dress up for me and you sleep with me, then I won't tell people at work what the hell you do, you know. So I just didn't like the blackmail part of it, and I know he just did it to like get his attention and everything, but I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. So yeah. Then we have, by the same writer, we have these three. Let me see if I can fit all three of them in there. Thought I could. These are all BL. I don't know. There's something about their work that I'm just not too big on. I like it that he uses like, you know, anamorphic characters and stuff like that, and there's like kind of like a double meaning there, but I don't know, they're just not. This dude was aggressive in here, couldn't stand him. This has a lot of like violence for whatever reason, like essay in there, and just violence towards this dude right here, so I was just like, I'm good on that. And then this could have been great, but like it just fell short. It just fell fucking short. And there's assault, so like assault, like I'm good. So I think that'll be the last time that I pick up something from them, and that's okay. Maybe it's for somebody else, but I just don't particularly care for his writing. Then we have No God in Eden, number 1 and number 2. Beautiful covers. This is Omegaverse. The very first one, just fucking. The second one actually had like some kind of story to it, but I don't care to finish it and continue on. I think there's like 3 or 4 more books out, so yeah, I'm good. And same thing. I Want to Love You, Kiss You, Bite You. Another Omegaverse. Just 90% of them just fucking or trying to hook up, you know, because their parents, like, it's an arranged marriage, and you know, one of course one of them's an alpha, and then they find an omega for their alpha son, and they don't really know each other. And I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be really cute, like them really trying to get to know each other, almost like, you know, not want to say enemies to lovers, but like really gonna show us that how they're gonna fall in love and how they're gonna try to get to know each other. Wrong, they just make it out, and then when they could end up sleeping together, that's all they did. I'm good. All right, his scattering virgin blue, 1, 2, so that's 1, 2, and then it goes into a spin-off series. I'm guessing I am good. Look, you can still see that the wrapping, the first one, if you watch my 30 and 30, you'll know why, and I am okay. Like the way this book took a turn towards the end, and I was like, what in the fuck are you trying to, what? That's the best you can come up with? So if you read them, you know, I'm good. So no thank you. I could have got my money back. I would have, but I waited too long to read it. Lesson learned. This is another book that I felt like that whole trope of like raising somebody and then end up with them. I just fucking can't. And it sucks because like the art in here is really cute, but, and it's all mythical and everything like that, but I can't do it. I can't, because I'll just always look and see that kid, you know. I have number 5. I have 2 number 5s. So that's the reason why I'm getting rid of this one, but absolutely love this series. And you should watch the anime because it's really good. Cupid is struck by lightning. Very cute. Just not cute enough to be like, oh yes, I need it on my shelf. I love it. And this dude, he does like, he helps girls like, he's like a wingman. And he goes and gets intel on dudes that the girls like, and then they end up giving him like food or money or something like that. So he's like the new kid, like very silent, you know, he's got a scar. All the girls are like in love with him, and they're like, oh yeah, try to figure out what's going on with him. He's like, okay, cool. So he starts hanging out with him, and he falls for him. So I think there's one more book to that. Like if I see it, you know, on sale or something, I'll pick it up just to see what his point of view is. So, but you know, it's cool. Somebody else will love it. Then I have 2 of this one for whatever fucking reason, because I'm an idiot. And this one is very basic, nothing to be like all wild up over. And he meets this demon, he saves this demon, and then this demon's like, oh, you're mine, I'm gonna feed off of you until I feel better, and blah blah blah. And that's how they just end up. And he has like a curse on him, and he's trying to figure out his name. I don't know, I didn't care to remember, so. Then Lovers on the Last Train. I actually like the way that this started. It's pretty cool, like, you know, they meet, they're older, and this dude, oops, no, this guy right here has never been in a relationship, meets this guy on, you know, just passing and everything, and then they end up together, but he feels like he's out of his league, so he's always like hesitant to like open up to him or like go hang out with him because he doesn't feel like he's worthy enough. So yeah, it was okay. So Love versus Love. This is like a Romeo and Juliet type situation. You have like rival schools going on, and I love the premise of it, but the way that it was just executed was just poor. So, and I love the ending, the messiness that happened at the end, and I was like, fuck, should I keep this? But I was like, no, like the rest, like 90% of it, I was like, okay, you know, like, boo. But yeah, so like I said, if I see it in the library or something, or if it's on sale, I just kind of want to know what's going on. If I'm bored, like I don't have like another 1,000 other reads, then maybe, but this one sucked.
A few moments later.
Alright. Children. Okay, so fights the Omega and his twin mate. I read this for my 30 and 30. It was okay. Another Omega verse. He ends up, the Omega doesn't want, you know, fated mates, let alone 2 fucking fated mates, but he ends up with these twins. And the story, I didn't like the way that the story flowed. And the art at times was very mushed together. Like the lines are so sharp and so much is going on one page. Like it was hard to follow at times. So I know there's like 3 or 4 other books. I know that they even have a baby down the end, and I usually like eat that shit up, but no, I'm good. Then Black Blood, there's nothing wrong with this book. I thought it was great, but I just feel like it would have a better home with somebody else, you know. So sci-fi, robot boyfriend type deal. Very cute art. But like I said, I didn't like love it. Like if I looked at it, I'm like, oh god, yes, I love it. I love it that I have it. So. Far from romance, like summer love that found each other when they got older type thing, and then they work in the same office together and they fall back in love. Very cute one shot, but you know, just not for me. My instructor won't yield. This guy right here wants to learn how to drive, and he actually is making a book, and the dude looks just like him. So it's really cute. So, but very simple one shot, but I guess it just wasn't for me. We Are Not Beast, another Omega that I read for my 30 and 30. Same thing with the whole love triangle. Like at first I was digging it, and I love the Omega. He wasn't like one of those ones that were like, oh, you know, woe is me, or like, you know, he whoop your ass if you didn't want to do something. So, and I love that, and I love the 2 dudes that hung out with him, his best friends and shit. And I loved it that they were both in love with him, but they were both like respectful. But dude, I thought it would have been better as a series, and the way that it turned and the direction that the writer went in, I'm like, what the fuck? Even in the back it said, you know, what kind of ending is this? You damn right. So yeah, man, I was disappointed. Absolutely fucking, wait, is this one? Absolutely fucking hated this book. Hated this book. Hate. It's in there with Goodnight Poon Poon. It's in there with Girl on the Shore. It's in there with those books, okay? No, thank you. I am okay. Blech. I don't even want to talk about it. And Love's Key. I thought I was going to be able to do this without the help of Freya, but no. She's like, oh, my mom's in that room. I gotta go. So, okay. And Love Key. Very cute one-off. One shot. Can you not breathe on me? The dude right here, he's a composer, and he's like feeling hard times, and he's been drinking a lot and everything like that. So his people basically tell him like his job, and his doctor advises him to take a break. So he goes back to the small town that he lives in, that he's from, and, you know, deals with some stuff. And that dude right there lives in that town, and he's like, was in love with him. So he tries to, you know, spark up something between them. It's cute. Just didn't give me all the, you know, all the feels. So hopefully it gives somebody else the feels. Lethal Dose of Love. Couldn't even tell you what the fuck this book is about. So obviously I'm not gonna miss it at all. I know I read it. I just can't remember. Hold on. Yeah, not ringing a bell. I don't remember. So, gotta go. Then, Hate Me, but Let Me Stay. I really wanted to love this one. This is an Omega verse this dude right here, he's an Omega. He can't stand Omegas. He was actually assaulted by one, and that's how he ended up with his daughter. And he's older, so he's like 24 years old. That's kind of come into play, okay? So he's like 24 years old. He can't get a job because it's hard for Omegas to get a job because, you know, they go into heat. So, but this janitor gives him a job at the high school, and he's cool. So he ends up meeting his fated mate. His fated mate is still in high school. He's like 17 years old, and it's the dude that's behind him. And he actually tries, you know, his fated mate does everything to try to get to know him, but he doesn't want to because he doesn't want a mate. He doesn't want nothing to do with an alpha. He's totally terrified of them. I was on board with this story. However, I did not like that the age gap. That was like a cringe. Like, why couldn't he be in college? Like, what was so hard about that? You know, 18 and 24, you know, but like 17 still, and he was still had another fucking year, and he was still a child. Like, and you're 24 years old, sir. Like, no, thank you. So I was the icks on that. And then what I didn't like either is like he didn't like alphas. Like, he stressed that so fucking much. But by the end of the book, he was like, oh yeah, it's cool now. Like, what? If you made more books, then you should have made him go even further. You see what I'm saying? Like, if they weren't going to be physical or anything until he was older, you really drew this out and like really made him show you that it's not all alphas. You see what I'm saying? Like, I could have got on that, but I know that's not how it happens. So, yep, I won't be continuing on with that. Nazumi's First Love. I like this book. I just don't like it enough to continue on with the series. So this will be another book. If I see it online, then I'll read it. But other than that, I'm good. So, yeah. This one was wild. I'm surprised I'm not gonna keep this one. This one was fucking wild. So he could like see ghosts, and like the way he dealt with them, you would just have to read it to find out. I'm dead. He like exorcises demons and stuff, but the way he does it, I'm dead. So it was cool, but nothing. I'm good. And wants to be trained. It was cool. Like, he sucks at sex, and then he hires somebody to help him, and then they end up falling for each other. It's cool. I know that there's another one that just came out, but I wasn't like in awe with it, you know. So Nana #1. I have all the special edition ones that just came out, so there's no reason to have this one. Sleeping on Paper Boats. This one actually started off really good, but it just fell off towards the like middle to end for me. But I know a lot of other people love it. Like, the art in it is gorgeous. But I'm good. The Love in the Palm of His Hand. Very disappointed in this one. The story was very fucking confusing. I had no idea what the hell was going on half the time, and I do not like that. Yeah, so these two dudes meet. One of them is deaf, and I love that. I love stories about people that are deaf and seeing sign language done, and I thought this was gonna be right up my alley, but I couldn't get over it. I had to start it a few times, and I was just like, fuck, no, I'm good. So, and then sometimes even the art, I wasn't too keen on the art at times. See if I can find a page that I was kind of like, no. Okay. Then last but not least, I have the manga, The New Recruit. 1, 2, and 3. I love me a little office romance, but this one was pretty damn boring. These two were so vanilla. I couldn't stand it. Like, half the time, this dude was fucking whining So, and I'm not saying that he didn't have a good reason why, but God, like, it was like the whole fucking book. And I don't know. I didn't like neither one of the characters. So I don't know why I bought all three of them. I read them online. And I was like, yeah, you know, let's have all of them. And then now that I was like going through my shelves, I'm like, I'm okay not owning these ones anymore. And yeah, they can find them a new home. So I think, is that it? Yep. And that is it. Thanks for watching. I absolutely love this. I love getting rid of stuff and purging and making room and, you know, just organizing. So, yeah. And I'm happy to who they're going to go to. I hope that she enjoys them. And, you know, I told her if she doesn't like them, then, you know, sell them herself or, you know, give them to the library, give them to somebody you think that would like them. I don't like to try to get my money back for anything sometimes, but like to sell them myself and like online and deal with all that shit, I'd rather not. I'd rather just give them to somebody else or donate them to the library. Like, that's just me. But yeah, thank you for watching. And I think the next thing I'm going to do is really organize my room and like record that. So yeah, stay tuned for that.